What's going on, America? This is Kevin from Kevin's Corner, where I try to make sense out of nonsense. And, just as I guess, a concerned citizen, somebody just casually observing politics, come home from work, maybe hard day, on the job, you pop on the boob tube, and then you happen to see this face. Now, first of all, that's enough to make me want to toss my cookies, okay? That's enough to make me throw my shoe at the TV. That's enough to make me pull out my 357, make it a 44 Magnum like Elvis the Presley did and shoot the screen out. That's a face of horror. That's what that is. But not just a face of horror, but a face of hypocrisy and a face of propaganda. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and listen to all of these lies and rumors about what's going on around America.
The domestic enemies to our voting system and our honoring our Constitution are right at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue with their allies in the Congress of the United States.
They all of a sudden saw me right as we got to the policeman, fortunately, or I don't think we'd have survived. And then finally we decided to make a move. I said, we've got to move. If there's not going to be reinforcements, we have to try to get to the hotel, which was another block.
Please, get up in the face of some Congress people.
Does that sound like Trump stoking all the violence, huh? I mean, we started off hearing Nancy Pelosi, bag of bones, talking about all of the enemies in the state. We gotta defend our democracy and my liquor because I like to drink before I go out and lie to the people. So we heard all of that, and then we see Rand Paul getting chased out of, the White House, I guess, came out, and all these violent folks going, cops calling for backup. All right, yeah, this is, we need some more help over here on the... Now, I'm wondering to myself, what type of intel do all of these anarchists and rioters have to know where all of these senators are going to be? I mean, I'm just curious. I went to the White House and nobody told me on this left wing, we're going to let all the senators go out. Or then I didn't know any of that. I just highly doubt if they just happen to be walking and say, well, it's not Rand Paul. Let's all go over there and get him. My thought is somebody saying, listen, we got Rand Paul. He's leaving. He's on the right side of the building. All right, assemble. Everybody get over there and harass him. So my thought is, how are they all finding out where these folks are going to be? I mean, their organizational skills got to be incredible. But then you hear, you know who? Bug-eyed bathroom booker. The one with the biggest eyes in the world. With those big old Garfield eyes. Those eyes that take about 2 or 3 hours to blink. That's how far those lids are away. They coming down like, wait a minute, I'm going to get there, jet, bloom. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, man, with the biggest eyes ever. This dude don't miss nothing. This dude talking about all types of, go out and confront people and all that stuff. Yeah, well, see, you know what? That's because they all know that only liberals do that. When is the last group of conservatives that took time out of their day after having real jobs, going up to Cory Booker's house, yelling with bullhorns and keeping them up all night? See, and so all of this stuff, they're doing this because, one, the media excuses them, but yet blame Trump for all this violence he's inciting. Let's continue because I think we got a special treat coming up.
You see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
Now that sounds like a democracy that I'd like to live in. That sounds like allowing folks to believe in their own political views peacefully and not be harassed wherever you go. The way that this woman is talking and all of the rest of these bootleg, phony, anarchist Democrats are talking, you would think this was Venezuela. You would think that we are a full-blown banana Republican that are abusing citizens, and now we're at the point where everybody got to fight back and all of this stuff. They have created this false reality in the heads of these people as if they're living under these harsh conditions, enough to where they feel that this warranted this type of response, where you are following folks into the restaurant, following folks to the car, they're coming out of the movies, just so happen y'all know what movie they went to and what restaurant they're in, and then you full-blown harass them, yelling at them. Now, I just want for a second to show you how the left has that crazy, loony, left liberal privilege. Let's switch all of these angry people we're seeing in the streets, following all of these politicians wherever they go, showing up at their house. Let's switch all of them to conservatives. Switch all of them, put some Trump hats on all of them, and then Mad Max, while she's living in her mansion, running around telling everybody else Peach 45 and harass them. Let a whole bunch of Trump supporters show up, and she will be crying, I was scared for my life. I thought them white nationalists going to come up there and hurt me. It's all about white nationalism, all of that stuff, but they can get away with all of this garbage, you see? But yet, Trump's the one responsible for all the violence taking place. And where? Their cities.
Get the out. You don't want to.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Answer the question! Mr. Ager, how do you feel about the killing of black individuals in the United States? How do you feel about the killing of black individuals in America? Put your hands on me again, I'll you up. Put your hands on me again.
Needs to be unrest in the street as long as there's unrest in our lives. So that's an open-ended invitation for violence. I mean, at what point does anybody have a state of complete serenity and peace in their life? You ain't got no bills, nothing. Your feet don't hurt. Your elbows don't have the tendinitis no more. You're making trillions of dollars. You're getting younger instead of getting older. Yeah, your hair is actually growing back instead of becoming the open stadium. Yeah, you don't have to get dental work. Your eyes are 20/20 vision. Everything's perfect. Because guess what? Sounds like, to me, this woman is saying, as long as you might wake up and go, you know what? I ain't paid my cell phone bill and I'm about $200 or $300 short. I'm mad. Let me go out and burn down some businesses. She didn't say, you know, what type of unrest. She didn't say, this is what our goals are. This is what we're trying to accomplish. It's just, you know what? You decide what is unrest, which that's an open-ended invitation for you to act up until we get back in power. Then we're going to come right back out and tell all of you guys that everything's perfect. And because y'all are walking around with the puppy brain, you're going to think, yeah, now that's where we finally accomplished what we've been wanting. Yeah, no, you accomplished what they've been wanting. And here's the sad part about it. When all of that happens, do you think these people that's encouraging all these folks to go on out there and do all this are going to solve racial tension? No. You know why? Because if they do, then they're out of business. The next presidential election, what are they going to say? If they done solved all the racial tension, then they got to come out and say, well, we wasn't expecting to have to provide real policies and ideas. And we done solved that was our number one go-to. I mean, we're out of, what can we come up with it? The xenophobia of it, that's not as strong as race. Let me think. Transgender, no, okay, well, you know what? All right, our ideas suck. Can y'all give us some more victimization things that you're mad about that we can make you feel oppressed and angry so you can tear up stuff? Because we weren't expecting to have to appeal to your intellect versus your emotions. And I, for one, got to expose every time. Now, you've been listening to Kevin and Kevin's Corner. Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Something's in my eyeball. Is that some liberalism I got in there? You know, you don't want to get that liberalism on you. You start talking crazy. You know, yeah, you be like, man, dude, what the heck just got on me? Is that liberalism? You know what? You're a fascist. What did I just say? You know what your problem is? You're white privilege. See, that liberalism get on you, and then you start saying stupid stuff like that. Anyway, so don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification button. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. The links are below. Check out Extreme Teas, my sponsor. If you like the products, click on the link, put Kevin in the promo code. You get a 20% discount. And if you want to donate to Kevin and Kevin's Corner, feel free. There's a link below the video to do that as well. We see y'all next time in Kevin's Corner.